Hi, I'm Megan. I am an English education major. I actually graduated with my BA in English education in 2021, and I'm currently in the credential program at Cal State Long Beach. One of my hobbies is dance. I take a heels class once a week at a studio in Costa Mesa. A good online class is really well scheduled. Like, all the assignments are out and organized. You know exactly what to do, when to do it, so you're pretty independently able to kind of plan when you need to work on it, and you don't have to wait around. So yeah. From the first video, I'll just basically learned kind of the focus of the class, that it's going to teach us as educators how we can collaborate with special educators, professionals, and work collaboratively with families of really diverse backgrounds. And then also learned that the instructions for all our assignments are on the syllabus. In the second video, the different categories of disabilities under the IDEA are autism, blindness, deafness, emotional disturbance, hearing impairment, intellectual disability, multiple disabilities, orthopedic impairment, other health impairment, specific learning disability, speech language impairment, traumatic brain injury, and visual impairment. And then the third and fourth video, so things that I guess are like somewhat assumed for adolescents with disabilities, I kind of grasped three. Well, this one just stuck out to me, that it's always best to modify a task for them, but keep the expectations the same. So she used the example of parents giving out chores. Like, every single child is expected to do chores, even a child who's disabled, but those chores just might be modified to make it easier for them to achieve it and achieve the expectations. There's a big assumption that disabled adolescents can't be happy, or they aren't as happy as another child who isn't disabled. And there were studies to show that wasn't true. They took the survey of the cerebral palsy kids, and they are just as happy as the kids who are without cerebral palsy. And then another one was allowing disabled adolescents, allowing them to fail and also to just experience life. Like the mom who was so afraid to let her son go to that dance, but it was important that he go and see that for himself and figure it out. And ultimately he came back with his self-esteem intact, which she was most worried about. So it was good. And then the eligibility rules. First is a documented disability in some area, which are the 13 categories that we listed before. And then another one is that it has to adversely or negatively impact the child. So basically, they use the example about the child with diabetes. It could go both ways. Some children can manage it really well, and they're able to keep up in school, and they don't really need extra help. But others can't, and so they do need help. They do need a little bit of more intervention and help. So yeah. And then in the last one, people identify in all different types of ways. So for the people first language, it's probably the one that's safest to use in a large group. And it's a big thing that I noticed in the video. But when it comes to individuals, it's always best to ask them what they would prefer, whether they want to be led with person with or their identity first. And it's also that, so the people first language is really just to highlight that they are people first, and then their disability is second, or it's a trait, but it's not all that they are. They are a person with autism. They're not, that the autism part is only second or a trait. It is not who they are. Thank you.